President Donald Trump has praised Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman as a strong person with very good control despite top U.S. lawmakers saying they believed he may have ordered the killing of a Washington Post writer. Trump on Saturday criticized Saudi Arabia's explanation about the death of journalist Jamal Khashoggi at their Turkish consulate as he accused them of lying. "Obviously there's been deception, and there's been lies. Their stories are all over the place," Trump told the Washington Post. But in the same interview, Trump defended Crown Prince Mohammed's leadership and praised him for having very good control. He went on to say he had seen no evidence that the Crown Prince ordered, or even knew about, the killing of Khashoggi. "Nobody has told me he's responsible. Nobody has told me he's not responsible. We haven't reached that point. I haven't heard either way," Trump said. "There is a possibility he found out about it afterward. It could be something in the building went badly awry. It could be when he found about it. He could have known they were bringing him back to Saudi Arabia. It comes as top U.S. lawmakers turned their ire on the Crown Prince, saying they believed he ordered the killing of the Saudi journalist earlier this month. "Do I think he did it? Yes, I think he did it," Republican Senator Bob Corker, the influential chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, said in an interview with CNN. Corker, who said he received a classified briefing on the case on Friday, said he was waiting for investigations to be completed and hoped that Turkey would share any audio tapes of the killing of Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul 2 weeks ago. However, he made it clear that he believed the murder was directed by Crown Prince Mohammed, who has consolidated power in the world's top oil exporter, and courted Trump. "Let's let this play out, but my guess is that at the end of the day the United States, and the rest of the world, will believe fully that he did it," Corker told CNN State of the Union. Crown Prince Mohammed has denied involvement with the disappearance of Khashoggi, a fierce critic of his policies. His foreign minister, Adel al-Jubeir, went on U.S. television to insist that the killing was a mistake and sought to shield the powerful prince from the widening crisis. Khashoggi went missing after entering the consulate to obtain documents for his upcoming marriage. After denying any involvement in the 59-year-old's disappearance for 2 weeks, Saudi Arabia on Saturday said Khashoggi, a critic of the Crown Prince, had died during a fight in the building. An hour later, another Saudi official attributed the death to a chokehold. On Saturday, Trump joined European leaders in pushing Saudi Arabia for more answers after Riyadh changed its story and acknowledged that the journalist died at the consulate. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who is traveling in the region, said on Sunday the Saudi explanation was a good first step but not enough. He said it was premature to discuss sanctions, in line with Trump administration efforts to censure a killing that has drawn international outrage, while also protecting relations with the Saudis. However, a number of Trump's fellow Republicans joined their Democratic colleagues in Congress in expressing impatience with the shifting Saudi responses to the disappearance of Khashoggi, a Washington Post columnist. Corker said the Saudis have lost all credibility, and fellow Republican Senator Ben Sasse said they have a lot of explaining to do. Both Republicans and Democrats have turned their attention to the role of the Crown Prince, with whom Trump and his son-in-law and White House advisor Jared Kushner have cultivated a close relationship. "I think it stretches credulity to believe the Crown Prince wasn't involved in this," Senator Rand Paul, a Republican close to Trump, said on Fox News Sunday. In Saudi Arabia, you do not do something of this magnitude without having clearance from the top, Senator Tom Tillis, another Republican, said on NBC's Meet the Press. Senator Dick Durbin, the No.2 Democrat in the Senate, said he believed the Crown Prince has his fingerprints all over this and called on the Trump administration to expel the Saudi ambassador and ask allies to do the same. Share this article. Corker said that if the Crown Prince had ordered the murder, he's now crossed the line, and there has to be a punishment and a price to pay for that. What that price will be is a thorny issue for Congress, as well as some European allies who also sell arms to the Saudis and have other business interests in the kingdom. The United States could impose sanctions on Crown Prince Mohammed if he were found culpable in the killing, Corker said, but there should be a collective response with U.S. allies that are looking to Washington for leadership. A number of lawmakers, including Paul, have called for an end to arms sales to Saudi Arabia. Members of Congress have the power to block such sales. But Trump said last week he saw no reason to cut off weapons sales to Saudi Arabia in response to Khashoggi's disappearance. Corker said a nuanced response was needed. Sanctions are a blunt instrument. They're good but they're not that great, Corker said. And so we need to think of other ways to deal with this kind of behavior.